Guys, don't be fooled by all these headlines you see that are going around social media about Argentina going to withdraw from the WHO after Trump's exit, citing deep differences. And of course, Trump himself, back in January 22nd, announced that the US was pulling out of the World Health Organization. Well, guess what? They don't need it anymore. That's why they're making all these headlines for show and saying that they're all pulling out. Because as I showed you here at the end of January, we've got the UN Pact of the Future already in place. It's already ready to go, guys. This is what Dr. Sherry Tenpenny calls more egregious than what the WHO wanted passed. So this is even worse than those pandemic treaties they were talking about. And this was done with a silent procedure, which means that unless somebody objects out loud, it's considered passed by all the nations listed. So unless somebody spoke up, which they didn't, they just kept their mouths shut, it passed. So now, beginning this year, I can't remember, they haven't really set, I haven't heard of a date. I've heard of July, but we'll see. You'll be required to be marked as a global citizen. And of course, that will require the biodigital interface called COVID shots. And you'll be fact checked on everything you post online. If you're found to be putting out what the new AI considers misinformation, you'll be punished. You'll be locked out of your life, including your bank account, your car. So, to be clear, I don't agree with everything Dr. Tenpenny said in the video about finding constitutional sheriffs. The Constitution is dead. Okay, it's long been dead. When Donald Trump signed that emergency order on March 13th, Friday, March 13th, 2020, that ended anything that the Constitution, any power the Constitution had left ended that day. So it's dead on arrival. And I don't agree that any kind of political movement will stop any of this, guys, because this is Bible prophecy coming to pass. Staying prayed up and prepped up is the best thing you can do. And be prepared for persecution like we've never experienced before, especially when we have to stand up for the gospel of Jesus Christ. And oh, you want some eggs? Okay, you can have some real eggs, but you got to go ahead and get caught up in all your shots first, or whatever it is that they want you to do next. There will be conditions if you want certain foods, if you want certain privileges like driving, flying, travel, all of it. You're now going to have to be marked as a global citizen. And so I'll put the link to this video back up again because I can see it's been forgotten about already because people are sending me stuff and saying, oh, Johnny, look, Trump's pulling out of the WHO and now Argentina and blah, blah, blah. Come on now. Don't fall for the hype. You got to look into what they're doing behind the scenes outside of the WHO, and this UN Pact of the Future was it. Like the good doctor says here, this was the pandemic treaty that the WHO wanted passed on steroids. It's more egregious than anything they thought about before. So I'll put the link up as always so you can watch that video again, or maybe the first time because you missed it. There's a lot of stuff going on. And then stop sending me stuff about RFK Jr. and how he's going to make us all healthy again, because he's not. RFK Jr. supports Operation Warp Speed and everything else Trump did in 2020. And he's down with everything that Big Pharma and Bill Gates want done in the near future, including new drugs for long COVID, which of course long COVID doesn't exist. It's radiation poisoning. Because it's the vaccines that's making everyone sick, along with 5 through 7G, but none of that was even mentioned. That's what's making the birds sick too, guys. They can create bird flu by remote control. Just fly some 5G drones over the top of the farm you want to infect, and you can infect them. Make them all sick. Make it look like whatever you want. Call it whatever you want. Bird flu, whatever flu. And that's all they have to do. But none of that was mentioned during RFK's hearings. And like Vaccine Impact exposed here a couple of weeks ago, he supports Operation Warp Speed. He distanced himself from his own website that he helped co-found, Children's Health Defense, and he wants AI robots to replace nurses. And on we could go. So don't send me emails saying that he's going to be great and he's going to make America healthy again, because that's the furthest thing from the truth. Come on, guys, it's time to wake up. Nobody's playing 5D chess here. We're getting to the end of the age really quickly. Jesus Christ is going to return soon. Lift up your heads, your redemption draws nigh. We don't know the exact day or time of the hour, but we know when it's near, even at the door, and it's right at the door, and it's not, he's knocking. Are you going to let him in? You need to accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. He is the ark that will get you through this tribulation period. There's no other way through it. There's no other way out. Accept him as your Lord and Savior today while there's still time. And that's it for now. God bless. Take care. Johnny Storm. Don't Speak News.